it's Rebecca from Mommy in Heels. Welcome to this week's YouTube video. You may notice I have no makeup on. I am going to be taking you guys through my makeup routine. Now that I don't have my lash extensions anymore, I pretty much do this every day now. So come along with me and I'll show you my daily makeup routine. I start with this primer. I would say I do it most of the time. There's some days where I forget, but when I do remember, it's great. When I don't, it's not like the end of the world. Primer just kind of helps like set your makeup a little bit better. I just use that much, whoop, and it's sliding down my hand. So I'm gonna give it a rub right now, just all over my face. And if I'm looking over here, I have a mirror here. And just make sure it's like really rubbed in. My hair's in my way, so I'm gonna tuck it behind my ear. Okay. So like I said, it just minimizes your pores a little bit, helps make your makeup look a little bit better. This particular one that I got is an illuminating primer, the primer that gives the face a luminous glow while targeting dull skin for a brighter, more radiant appearance. So there you go. All right, so next, I just started using this a few months ago. I had been an avid Bare Minerals user for, I'm not exaggerating, it was like 10 years. I remember it because it was the summer after I got married. I got married in April of '05, and I started using it that summer. I was so mad because I'm like, why didn't I discover this in time for my wedding? But I don't know, I just kind of felt like I wanted to try something different. I guess with aging, I felt like there were more flaws in my skin, so I kind of wanted better and more coverage. I had heard really good things about this, so I thought I would give it a try. I do enjoy it. I feel like it makes my face feel a little bit oily sometimes, but it's nothing that a little dab of tissue paper can do. So I use the medium shade of this. They also have this in non-illumination, just like your basic one, but I got the illumination because who doesn't want a little glow in their skin? I just do one pump on my hand, like that. And I use a beauty blender to apply it. I first used my hands, but I kind of felt like I was using more whenever I was using my hands, and I'd heard good things about a beauty blender. To use this, you need to soak it. What I usually do, I do my makeup after I blow dry my hair and after I do my hair. So before I blow dry it, I wet this. Like you have to wet it to the point where it's like really, really saturated, like almost heavy feeling. So I squeeze it out, and then I have just like a bath towel that I don't mind getting makeup on. I squeeze the excess out in that, and I just let it sit for a little bit. If you don't wet it, it doesn't work. It just absorbs all of the makeup. I really enjoy beauty blenders. For a while I was like, I don't understand the big fuss about it, but I just feel like it applies better and it gives me better coverage. So I have my beauty blender ready, and I have my one pump of my CC cream, and I just kind of dab it a little bit, and then I kind of like section off my face and just do one section at a time. It's kind of like a dab swipe, if you will. And excuse my massive zit. My husband named it Betty because it's been here for so long. I'm not the type to pop or pick at my zits, so they hang out for a long time. It's awesome. All right, I just keep dabbing. And you can use like the little point. These come in different shapes and stuff, but you can use this little point to like help get in all the nooks and crannies and stuff if you feel the need to. And don't forget to get underneath here. Honestly, I don't know the gals who can like delicately and do this in a good way and feel covered. I go like this, you guys. Give myself like a triple chin. That's what I do. It's not pretty, but I don't care. So you just keep applying. I kind of swipe it over my lids a little bit. And if you feel like you need to dab a little bit more on, that's totally fine. But my jacket's noisy. Can you guys hear my leather jacket rubbing? Okay, so that's that. It doesn't really take that long. Next is my under eye concealer. I use also IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I use the neutral medium. Again, I used to use Bare Mineral. They're well rested. It does work really, really well. And over the years, I just felt like my under eye circles were starting to get a lot worse. So I just squeeze a little bit on my ring finger, and I'll show you guys, like that is all. That's all you need. And I just dab. Again, some people use brushes or something like that, but I don't. I don't feel the need to. And use your ring finger, because I guess this is like the weakest finger or something like that, and it applies the most delicately. Again, a tiny amount. There you go. Again, it is IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I use neutral medium. All right, so next, for underneath my brow bone, and again, this is just the order that I do, so you guys can do whatever order you want, but I use Bare Minerals Queen Phyllis for under my brow bone. I just dab it out of the lid with a makeup brush, literally dab it. Remember last week I said I don't swipe my shadow? I don't. And it gives like just enough shimmer. And also remember how 2 weeks ago I said my brows needed plucked? They still do. I have not done that yet. I will eventually. All right, next is my coveted e.l.f. eyeshadow. I would tilt it more, but it's in a million pieces. I apply this all over my lid. I use a Bare Minerals eyeshadow brush. And again, I don't swipe it. So I just put some on the brush, I kind of like load it up, and then I dab. And I don't really worry about getting it like perfect because I'll smooth it out later, but I dab. That's all I do. I feel like it just applies so much better. And I swipe some more onto my brush and a dab. That's all. And I kind of push it into the creases a little bit too. There you go. Whew, it's pretty intense over there, but we'll fix that. So there you have it. That's my eyeshadow. And now for eyeliner, the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush that I talked about last week. Again, amazing. So I still use more of my e.l.f. Baked Shadow in Bark. I use that for my under eye. Again, like I said last week, I don't like using eyeliner, like actual eyeliner for my eyeliner. And then for my upper eyes, I have my really old Urban Decay Naked palette. I use this shadow. It's called Creep. And every time I say it, I think of the TLC song. I know. Guys, I'm a loser. I'm lame. And I know that. So I just kind of smudge it. And I use the same eyeliner brush. I don't really care or mind. but I just give it a little. There. And that is that, my friends. And I have this old brush. It says it's a crease brush, but I use it for blending, and I just mainly where my brown shadow meets Queen Phyllis, and I just blend it just so it doesn't look so like, you know, it's a technical makeup term, right? All right, so next then, I do my highlighting and contouring. I decided to go with my e.l.f. bronzer for this time around, and I'm going to use this shade. And I have my contour brush. Dab it, there we go, sorry guys. Right in the hollows. And then I'm gonna do on either side, and I'm gonna do along my hairline. And underneath here, just like I showed you guys the other week. So that's all done. Next I move on to my blush. CoverGirl, remember, I said nothing fancy. And I just apply to the apples of my cheeks. And I swipe up. There you go. My blush is done. And then my highlighter. High Beam, Benefit Cosmetics. It's great. It's like applies like a nail polish almost. And I always manage to get some in my hair. Never fails. A little along my cupid's bow and along my forehead. So you can see where I put it. And I just rub. There. So far, so good. Right? So good, kinda good, maybe good. Next, I blend. Again, I know I've told you guys this before, but I have left the house forgetting to blend. And nothing is more honest in your life than your rear view mirror in your car in broad daylight. That shows you all your flaws. And you're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea I looked this ridiculous. All right, so I blend. And again, this is just a Sonia Kashuk brush. Then I do my brows. I use NYX, NYX, whatever, their micro brow brush. This is similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but cheaper. So, and I can do a brow video for you guys sometime if you would like me to. I will tell you that I'm no pro, just like applying makeup. I just started doing something to my brows like within the last year or two. Yep, it took me 33 years to actually do something with my brows. I know that's kind of pathetic, but whatever, I guess. I don't know. But I just kind of fill them in. Nothing too crazy. But I will say now that I started actually doing something with them, I can't not do something with them. Filling in your brows makes the biggest difference, I think. And I use this brush to just kind of like blend it. And then last week, I showed you the clear brow setting gel that I use. There. So now my brows are done. e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. This is one of the last steps that I do. I just apply it. I use an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush for this. And I apologize if I'm going super quick for you guys, but I don't want this to be like an hour-long video because who has an hour to do their makeup every day? I wish I did. Next is my lashes. CoverGirl Lash Blast. I cannot say enough good things about this. I was just talking about this with my blogging friend, Ashley. She blogs at Afternoon Espresso, so I'll link her blog below because it's an amazing blog. Anyway, on Snapchat yesterday, I compared CoverGirl Lash Blast to MAC false lashes, and it was pretty much exactly the same. Like, exactly. You couldn't tell the difference. I had Lash Blast on one eye and MAC false lashes on the other, and I went out like that for the day because it was exactly the same. So, like, why would you spend $31 on a tube of mascara when you could spend $7 or $8 on a tube that does the exact same thing? So before I had my extensions, I used to try a different mascara. Oh, I just poked myself in the eye. I used to try different mascara just for the heck of it. Every single time I would come back to Lash Blast. Every single time. Now I usually apply like a whole bunch more coats, but for the sake of time, I'm going to stop with this because so my lashes are done. CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, the orange tube. All the other tubes, like the pink, the green, whatever, I don't, something about them, they're just not as good as the orange tube. So you need to get it. You 100% need to. And this has been since, I think, like 2008. I remember I started using it and then Oprah had it on her favorite things show and it was like impossible to get and I was so mad. Because I'm like, I've been using this before everybody else, before Oprah said it was cool. So stop buying it Anywho, last I end with setting powder. I also have a setting spray. The setting powder, I just like it better. I just use a big powder brush and, oh wow, that's a lot. And I just rub it all over my face. It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. It also comes with, I will show you guys, like underneath the powder, it comes with a little sponge pad thing. I don't really use it. I just feel like it doesn't apply as well when you use the sponge. So I just use the e.l.f. powder brush. And then last, lipstick. This is L'Oreal Ava's Red, I believe. And I kind of draw an X. At my Cupid's bow. And it just applies, makes the lip line look more precise, if you will. Wow. And I applied it really crooked. That's what I get for talking and applying at the same time. Okay, there you have it. My everyday makeup look. I will link everything below. If you guys have any questions about any of the products I used, please ask me. The big things, the IT Cosmetics CC Illumination Cream, Beauty Blender, make sure you wet it, otherwise it will not work. And Bye Bye Under Eye. I really do think it's a great under eye concealer, especially if you're like me and you have like ridiculously dark under eye circles. So again, I will link everything below. Any questions at all, let me know. Sorry if I went too fast. Just wanted to get through everything in a somewhat quick fashion so you guys can get on with your day. But thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day.